Mic check, mic check. Any mics in chat? Since we've last streamed? Has anyone changed their name to Mike in the like past 12 days or however long it's been? Let me resume that. Woo! Oh my god, it feels good to be back. Okay. Oh, thank you so much for the sub, Kelly Puff. Appreciate it. Any subs in chat? Which kind of sub? Because I can name off a few of both kinds. Let me update our title then. Give me one sec. One sec. Hey, look, speaking of subs. I'm sorry. Okay, let's get welcomes out of the way, shall we? Congratulations on getting forced improv. Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome to Calipup and Daz and Nico and Riles and Diabolic. It's a ghost. Where? I'm staring at one. A ghost? Oh, am I? Oh, is this how I discover I'm a ghost? Did I actually perish on the plane? That was one of my biggest fears. Don't worry, guys. I survived. Obviously, but one of my biggest fears was dying in a plane crash. But we're good. We've safely made it. And I've got pictures. Well, like some pictures to show you guys from the trip. Hee. Let me just make sure there's no incriminating photos. Cause to make sure to protect my lady. Yeah, okay, we're good. Improv on Apex kinda sucks. Yeah, he's cracked, you know? He must be cheating, right? Not ghost, the other thing. I don't know what you're talking about. Did you do your hourly stretch? No. Oh, you mean on the plane? No, I kind of just suffered. I'm not gonna lie. All the hours sitting at my desk have trained me for the plane ride. Not really, because those chairs were uncomfortable. Going there, I flew United, and those chairs made my butt go numb. But going back, I rode Delta, and those are actually nice. My butt was in fact intact. Wait, hold on. Funny enough, I re-downloaded Pexi, but since I have pretty bad hearing damage, I still can't tell where the gunfire is coming from. That's okay. You just need to kill things, you know? You get shot, it tells you where you got shot from, and then you just 360 no-scope them. It's quite easy, you know? Imagine playing Apex dead game. Damn, that's rough. That's rough, buddy. I'm new here. Who's this small cat girl? I don't know. She kind of just rolled up one day, huh? She kind of just spawned out of nowhere. Okay, sorry. I was just making sure my timer's popping off. Okay. Welcome in, everybody. It's been a hot minute. Let's go over where I've been, yes? I was visiting my lady, my number one wife, Squeeze VT, in Hawaii. It was a great time, and I'm so relieved that she was exactly how she is online. Like, I was so nervous that it would be awkward between us, but she was completely normal. Well, as normal as Squeeze can be. So I was very relieved. Why am I in a diamond lobby? Can someone ban Apex matchmaking? Just hack their servers. It's quite easy, you know? I think I was so deprived from gaming that I was thinking of Valorant, you know? I was thinking, man, I miss Valorant while I was away. Don't worry, I got home and then feeling died immediately, so we're good. So did you touch water? I did. Well, we went to the lagoons, so it was warm water, not cold ocean water. We didn't touch cold ocean water, but okay. We did a lot of things. We'll start at the very, very beginning, aka at the flight. Valorant weird. I know. Who plays Valorant anymore? Am I right? So as I said, I flew United there, and I left my necklace at TSA, which was not great, because I thought it was an old rule where you had to take off any metal jewelry or anything metal in general, and so I took off my necklace and I left it there, and then I noticed, and while I was in my layover, I was like, wait, Where's my necklace? And then I was so close to crying at the airport, but we're chilling because they were like, yeah, we still have it. You can come pick it up on your way back. And I was like, okay, great. Hi, Bluey, welcome to the stream. Oh, let's do some shout outs, shall we? Watch this. Fuck. I made those commands and I still mixed them up. I'm crazy. And Nico. Hope you had a good trip. I did! It was a really great trip. Really unfortunate that he had to go through the old necklace policies at the TSA. They said I didn't have to, so it might have just been my stupidity, really. And I thought I would have to fill out a form because there was this form that said, like, to reclaim missing items, but it was confusing, so I just emailed them and I was like, hey, I left this necklace at TSA, and they were like, oh, okay, just come pick it up. So it was a lot easier to reclaim than I thought it would, because that form was overwhelming. It was asking about, like, it wasn't asking just about lost items, it was asking about, like, a dead body. Like, if I was claiming a dead body on the form, so I don't think it was quite right, but it's okay. Zay was in Hawaii but didn't visit me. She hates me. This is not true. I tried to track you down. You're just, you know, you're just good at evading, you know? My stalker tactics did not pull through as I had hoped. But I flew at United and they had like a bunch of movies, thank God, because I forgot to bring anything to entertain myself. I was like, oh, you know, I got some tournament stuff I can do on this flight, but I was really not motivated to do them. And I didn't have like a book or anything, and I didn't have like any games really, but thankfully they had like movies. So they had like movies on their screen thing. So I ended up watching Moana 2. What else did I watch? The Barbie movie for the first time. There was something else too. I can't remember what. But I love the Barbie movie. It's great. I watched 3 movies, I remember, and I cried for all of them. So the guys next to me loved me, right? They're like, God, why is she crying at every movie? And then I landed. Yay! And I met my lady in the airport. Okay, I landed and it was super hot and muggy, and I was wearing jeans because where I am, it wasn't hot enough to require shorts or anything, so I was running through this hot airport wearing jeans, and I also wore her merch hoodie, because I am a #1 wife supporter, right? You should check out Uwu Market, Uwu merch, to check, and to buy her merch. Anyways, yeah, it's normal Hawaii temp and humidity. It was horrible. So I was rushing. I was nervous and I was rushing, so I was sweating, shaking in my boots, you know? Oh God, you would hate me. I walk around in jeans and a jacket normally here? Really? Really? I don't even think that's possible there. I was dying. Every single day, there was one moment where I was dying because of the heat. Oh, you were roasting alive? Yep, basically. A marinated Zay in sweat. Horrible. So, but I met my lady, and she was holding a sign. She wrote me a sign that said Zay on it, and I was like, "You are the cutest thing in the world." And she also gave me a lei and like some beads, and she was like, "These are for you," and I was like, "Oh my God!" It was so cute. I didn't expect that at all, and she cried. It was great. Meeting her was so unreal, and it was amazing. I'm so happy to have met her. Unironically, I'm hotter in the house without a shirt than outside with jeans and a jacket. That's very odd. The sun in Hawaii, horrible. I constantly, oh my God. The sun, I don't know why the sun there specifically, it just felt like it had it out for me. The sun other place, like where I live, isn't that bad, but Hawaii, it was horrible. Temperature aside, we got food. Let me think, what else? What else did we do on the first day? Because I arrived in the afternoon, I think. So we got food because I was starving. And then I think we did something else, but I remember we went to check into my hotel and there were a ton of people in line because they were like, we just got this new system. It's going to be a while, wait. And they gave out cookies though, so it was okay. Just a normal Tuesday sun. I felt like I was becoming a barbecue. I felt like I was roasting alive. I brought a sun hat and I think I wore that every single day to help with it. Let me think. So the hotel was having issues with their system, so it took us a while to check in. And let me think. They were giving out free cookies, which is great. But then I realized once I got up there, I booked my hotel days wrong. I must have, and I felt so stupid for booking them wrong because I booked it for June 3rd to June 10th because I anticipated my flight taking multiple days because my flight home took multiple days. So I was like, I'll land on June 3rd. So I booked my hotel for June 3rd to June 10th instead of when I actually needed it, June 2nd to June 9th. So I had to pay for a walk-in, and basically I paid for 2 nights that I didn't need. That I shouldn't have had to, because I booked through Expedia, and lesson number 1, never book through Expedia or any traveling platform, at least for your hotel. Tickets, whatever, fine. But hotels, don't book them through anything, because it's a lot harder to change. Because they were like, oh yeah, we own most of the rooms here, but like 200 belong to this realty company and that's, that's what your room is in, the 200. And I was like, oh. And they're like, yeah, all those rooms follow their policy, which includes the no refunds and no early check-in and no changing and stuff. So I was like, oh, okay, great. Imagine Zay being tanned. I don't think I tanned at all. Or at least not a lot. Notice, I don't think anyways. The hat helped. And I was rolling in sunscreen when we went to the beach because it just felt like it was trying to burn me, The adrenaline rush from the hot outdoors to a restaurant with an AC is an adrenaline rush that keeps you on your toes. It's funny enough, interestingly enough, I guess, when I first got there and I got out of the car, the fully AC'd car, my glasses fogged up, but they didn't fog up since then. So I guess they must adjust to the humidity at some point. The constant switch between temperatures. I don't know how it does it, but anyways. Hotel problems. There's always a problem whenever I travel, okay? It's normally with the hotel. This isn't the first time I've had hotel troubles. It's just every trip something has to happen, right? But we sorted it out. It's all good, right? I did our little walk-in room, and they gave me their cheapest one with a nice view of a parking lot. So they also didn't have... I walked in, and you know how a room is luxurious? You know how you can tell if your hotel room is really, really nice? If they have more than 2 pillows on the bed, right? This one did not. And they didn't have plates or cups or anything to heat up food either, so... I did end up getting those when I switched to the actual room I was supposed to stay in, the ones that were under the third-party company, which is great because I ended up using a lot of their plates and stuff to heat up food. Anyways, let me pull up my... Not really PowerPoint. I just got, pictures. Specific pictures to show. We'll do it like that, probably. It's fine. Let me just switch up the crop. Okay. We will rate you on the transition effects used for the slideshow. I didn't use any. It's just literally my Google Photos, but I backed up certain pictures to make sure that I protected Squeeze, We got bingsu, I think it's called, on our first day. So this was that. It was pretty good. I think that was our dessert for the first day, but I can't remember very well. My memory's not amazing because we did so much, you know? I'm gonna put it like this, and then like this. Okay? There are no transitions. It's just gonna go to the side. I think that, okay, so the second day we went to the beach, and that we went to I told her, I was like, I don't want to go where there's a lot of people, and I'm also scared of getting swept away into the ocean. So she was like, okay, so we can go to these lagoons, and as long as you don't go in too far back, then you're fine. I was also scared of things in the water. I mentioned this to you guys before, and I did end up screaming in the water because I was scared that there was something. Hi, Surfy! Welcome to the stream! Thank you so much for the resub. 25 months. Let's go. Let me update our little thing, our little counter. We're currently talking about my trip to meet my lady. This was the dessert we had on the first day. But the second day we went to the lagoons because I was scared of getting swept away and scared of seeing anything in the water. And it was warm. It was really nice. This is what it looked like. The lagoons are like with a bunch of resorts. So Milady was telling me how everything there is imported and kind of fake to make it look nice, and I was like, oh great. But the water was warm. There was supposedly nothing in it. I thought I saw something that was like very gecko-like in the water, but she was like, you're crazy. She was like, there's nothing in there in the water here. Like if there were something, it probably wouldn't be a foot-long gecko. But I was like, I swear I saw it. She was like, it's probably seaweed. Because I swear it could, like, maybe it was my eyes playing tricks on me, but I swear I saw like a lizard, a very lizard-looking lizard that was like a foot long in the water. But when I looked up anything that's about that size in Hawaii, nothing came up. So, I didn't ask me to join out quickly. I'm sorry. I mean, you should... I sent an invitation by pigeon. Did you not get it? Milady was, oh my god, I feel bad for Milady because she was like, I threw chicken at one of the birds and she was like, you can't feed them. And I was like, oh shit, sorry. I did also feed a chicken on my last day. So it was kind of poetic, you know? But the water is nice and warm. There's supposedly nothing in it. It was a great time. I didn't drown. Oh, you know what? But you know what we did lose? A flamingo floaty. Someone, I don't think it's in this picture, but someone had like a flamingo floaty. And it was, Milady and I were like back here. I can blow it up a little bit. Actually, maybe I'll just turn off the overlay a little bit. Hee. In these. Milady and I were like back here or something. No, wait, over here. And then someone's like pink flamingo floaty was like passing us, and I was like, should we grab that? I was panicking. No one was going after it, so I was like, are we just leaving it? Okay, so we left it, but then I saw this lady coming up and she was chasing after it, but by the time I noticed she wanted it, it was already like at the rocks. It was gone. It got swept away into the rocks and it was gone. So, you know, it's not our fault really. It didn't look like anyone was grabbing it, you know? There were these boys playing with like a football and they kept going after it, but no one was going after the flamingo, so we left it and now it's part of the ocean. It's free. Let me just make sure next picture isn't incriminating. I can't remember what else we did that day. I'm not gonna lie. My memory is in the photos and my receipts, which I also have to go through because there were a lot of receipts. Let me see if I got any more pictures that I can recall. I took a lot of pictures. Free Mingo. Oh wait, we did our nails. I got my nails did. I think I sent a picture in Discord that I can pull up. I got my nails did for the first time. And the lady was very nice, the one who did them. Let me pull up the pic. Where is it? We sent a lot of stuff in Slice of Life, huh? Oh, here we go. These my nails. I got my nails, dude. Yay! For the first time, they're acrylics. I got acrylics because I wasn't sure. I don't have enough natural nail to work with, so I got fake ones. But as the lady was finishing up, she worked really, really quickly, and they turned out really good. But as she was finishing up, Squeeze went behind my back and paid for them. I was like, what? When did you pay for them? Those are cool complementary colors. Yeah, I got, they kind of match my model, you know. I know I wanted blue because that's just kind of my theme, right? But yeah, I got them did. It was great. It was fun. And then we got boba, I remember. I can't remember what we did after that, though. We got boba. I don't remember what else. But that's okay. The third day, Milady picked me up and we met up actually. We went to a place by my hotel. And we got breakfast, which was this waffle. Oh, this is a little upside down, but I got these like waffles with custard and macadamia nuts and berries. It was okay. The custard was okay. I think they're known for their macadamia nuts, but I didn't really like these. I think it's just the way they were cut up, at least. But we also got these like butter bread things, which is kind of like a donut with jelly. It was pretty good. What else? Was this yeah, okay, so this was the day we went to the aquarium where we saw a bunch of funky fish. Those butter breads are the best. I would eat the whole bowl if left alone. We shared it, thankfully. There was a lot of sugar involved in that breakfast. But we went to the aquarium. And it was a lot of fun. This is just one of the goofy little fish. This is a goofy starfish we thought would make a great pillow. Oh wait, this has audio on it, please. Okay, I'm gonna pause the audio on that, but this giant one, I forget what it's called. It was swimming around, and then we were making fun of how big this guy was. We were trying to compare it. We were like, it's the size of our hands. And I was like, my hand is bigger in comparison. And then there were these two sharks. I guess they were napping. But I was like, what if they're dead? And she's like, you can't say that. Because there were children there. She's like, don't say that. But she's like, this is us. The one's just chilling on the water. Because I guess they were napping. Because later on we went to check on them and they were swimming around. But this one was just running and swimming around in circles, putting on the show while these guys slept. They were the show. More fish. Very fish. It was kind of a small aquarium, but it was fun. Okay, hold on. And then Milady, she said there were like sea dragons, which I don't have a picture of in this, but it's probably a leopard shark. It's a cutie, that's all I know. It's a cutie faux show. We saw a sea dragon, which Milady said she's never seen before, because she was like, I've been to this aquarium before when I was younger, and I don't remember if they had these. So it was kind of fun introducing her to something that she's never seen, even though I didn't live there, and But I know what a sea dragon is, you know? It is fun. But there are a lot of goofy fish. And my lady was I was low-key kind of making fun of them for how goofy they looked. So she was holding that over my head a bit. But this one's cute, right? Look at its eyes. Wait, can I zoom? Yeah, look at its eyes. Anyways. Then I think we went... Was this the day we went gacha shopping? No way. Let me see. Did we go shopping on the same day? That was... Oh yeah, we must have. Okay. Then I guess we went shopping on the same day. I took a couple of pictures of things that people would like. I sent Rachel some stuff. I was like, this reminds me of you. And I sent Cole some stuff. And I was like, this reminds me of you. But this reminded me of you guys. Because you guys are obsessed with, you know, some of you are obsessed with VTubers. I think there's a girl one there. Yeah. Oh, how sad. That's a girl. Acrylic stand, I think. So their stock is kind of outdated. Well, that's all Hololive. We have those here. Who knew? Yeah. Well, this store in particular was for like stands, like acrylic stands, I think. So I don't remember where it was, but they had Hatsune Miku, which reminded me of you guys, chat. This whole thing was Hatsune Miku. More Hatsune Miku. Hatsune Miku, yeah. Hajuno Maiko. Hatsune Miku, yeah. They had Hatsune Miku at this store. They also had a bunch of K-pop, which is what reminded me of Rachel, because she was like, I used to be obsessed with K-pop. Like, really obsessed. So I sent her a bunch of pics. I was like, this reminds me of you. This is a whole... They had 17 Uno. Hold on, let me zoom. Can I zoom? That... Uno. Hatsune Miku, the racer from the new Sonic racing game. I can't see the end of the horizon. Hatsune Miku. Yeah, they had Hatsune Miku. And they also had a bunch of K-pop and Gundam stuff. There were a couple stores dedicated to K-pop only. But this one stood out to me because they had the Uno. There were also a couple of stores, like if they had, not just gacha stores, but there were a couple of stores where they had like pictures of people. And they were like, report them if you see this person. I guess because they were like shoplifting before. Or they were like looking in all the gacha boxes to see what they were. Which I was like, wow. Imagine having your picture up in a store because you're a thief. Because you tried to steal a gacha box. Ramen. Very fire ramen. Let me think if there's anything else to note from there. We went to the normal typical stores, you know. Uniqlo, Box Lunch, I think. I can't remember if that's the same mall, but we went to a couple of malls, I think. Ramen, very good. This was the next day, but I think that's where we ended because my lady had to take care of something. So the next day we got malasadas. I think that's what they're called. I forget all the different kinds we got, but I listed them out somewhere in Discord. We got chocolate filling. We got some coconut filling. I think that's the Li Hing one, maybe. And then cinnamon sugar and original. There were a lot of trucks for malasadas. We also got Starbucks with it, but you know. And then I guess this day we went to the Pearl Harbor Pearl Harbor Memorial and museums. This was the USS Bowfin, and we got to go on that. Yeah, Malasadas are beloved. We need more trucks. We've had there were like at least 3 trucks that we passed in our trip. They were everywhere. This is the Bowfin that we went on, the submarine. And then they had a bunch of little activities. So this was one of the Pacific Fleet Submarine Museum. We became qualified. We were certified. Fit Bowfin D's not okay. Okay. We're an honorary submariner. But it was just as pressing as one would think, to be honest. We went there so I could get my dad a t-shirt because he wanted one. And then I think that must have been it for that day. Because the next day, according to my pictures, we went to the museum. Unless we went to the mall. When was this picture taken? Did I really not? I thought I uploaded pictures of the science museum, but I guess we didn't. We went to a science museum. There was a fish called Cheeto Puff. We're such kids, because at the science museum, not that, unrelated. I didn't save any pictures or back up any pictures for the science museum. But we were such kids. They had like a little volcano replica, and I went down the slide in it. And we also did a lot of the activities. We played a great game called Which One's Extinct, where we tried to guess, which ones were alive, actually. Because they had a couple of displays that were like, these are all the creatures that went extinct, or the ones that are endangered and stuff. So Milady and I were trying to guess which ones were still alive. Kind of morbid. But we were our own entertainment, you know? They did have a lot of activities in the Science Museum, though. Like matching where animals came from and stuff like that. And then the next day, we went to another mall where this whole thing is Gundam. And I sent it to Cole, and I was like, thinking of you. Waiting for you to operate a submarine and for someone to go, look at my captain's dog. They forgot to close the hatch as the submarine fills with water, and both of you give thumbs up towards the camera. We're so certified. We're so certified to drive a submarine. Welcome to the stream, Turtles. As far as venting goes, I would prefer not to have venting in chat, but if you want, you can join the Discord and DM me in there. I'll answer it after stream, but we try to keep the vibes positive during stream. Hi Zay, how are things? It's going good. We're talking about my trip. Oh, my bad. I was trying to make an Among Us joke. You know what? I love Among Us jokes, so that... Good. Okay. I'm just making sure. I was talking about... This is a Gundam, like a bunch of Gundam stuff. And I sent it to Cole, and he was like, damn, is that heaven? This whole thing. How are you, Ella? How you doing today? This was also at the mall. These were $15, so I didn't buy one, but they were cute, right? They might have been more than $15, but they're very cute. Did the fall hurt? What, when you fell from heaven? Sorry. Look at how tiny these little vans are. This was also at the mall. Yeah, they just had this display of tiny little things. Too expensive. No, because you had a trip. Oh. No, even if it hurts, I was in bliss. I liked it. It was a great time. It's always a great time with my lady. So we went to the mall. We did a lot of shopping that day, I think. Oh, we also streamed on my lady's channel. We went out and got like snacks from 7-Eleven and streamed on her channel where I accidentally poisoned her. It was a great time. Oh my god. I felt so bad. She's fine. She's fine. And she was fine after, later on, but I still felt horrible. Because I didn't know she was allergic to corn syrup, and I made her drink something with corn syrup in it. Jeez. Let me think. So yeah, we streamed. I met her parents. I met the in-laws. And then you did like the emote blah. No, I didn't. She made a comment on her stream where she was like, guys, if you can see Zay's reaction right now, I'm very expressive, I guess, IRL. I was so concerned and scared for her. What did you think of the bad boy coin chips? Teeth fragility from them aside. The corn boy corn chips. I can read. Did you know that? I think they were like a bit. Those were the garlicky ones. In which case, they're pretty good. I ended up snacking on them more after I left. I snacked on them in the plane. And let me think. I finished off the sour things that we tried. Hold on, let me pull up her stream actually, because not everyone watched it probably. Boop, 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 boop. Let me see if it's still up. Yeah, this one. That's me, and then that's her, but ignoring that. We opened gachas, and you can buy these for $20 on Amazon, the boxes. You can buy a whole set with no duplicates for $210 off Amazon. So I was like, damn, we got freaking scammed. I think buying the whole set with no duplicates is kind of cheating, but a good guarantee not to get duplicates and waste your money. But they're $20 for one box on Amazon. Just saying. It's a streaming poison, Nodders. Not intentionally. You know I would never do it intentionally. And then we worked on friendship bracelets, and I'm still wearing mine. I like how you guys were like, yeah, let's finger each other on stream. Yeah, you know, we did. I was in her bed, you know. I'm just saying. I was in her bed. Poor Zara, the entire time a lady was Zara's jealous, you know? I was having the time of my life with my lady and making Zara jealous in the process. Oh, we made great friendship bracelets. Let me see if we can find the end product at all. That's her raid thing. We were wearing her hoodie merch too. So we're totally saying individuals. Oh, these are the snacks that we tried. This is the stuff I poisoned her with. It was great. You're in her chat, I'm in her bed. We're not the same. Basically, yeah. I'm winning. Yeah, it doesn't. It's probably early on. Wimps. But both of our bracelets say milady. You can't really see it that well in this. I was so focused on the bracelet that I was basically ignoring her entire chat. I wanted to do it right, you know? It's basically our rings. You guys helped, yeah. We did, you know? On stream, too. Surprised we didn't get banned for that, right? Let me see if I can... I don't know if I'll be able to find it. You can just check her VOD and look for it. Oh, there's mine. A little bit on mine that she made me. And that's the thing I poisoned her with. It was great. Great time. Don't worry about it. But then after that, well, this is the next day actually. Oh yes, the moment where Zay tried to take out Squeeze. I didn't mean too. You know I would never do that to my lady. Unless she were into it, but I don't think she is. Is it supposed to burn? No, it's not. But this is the next day. Because I think was this the drive around the island? Yeah, this is the drive around the island. These are some fish at a botanical garden. And the fish just line up because they know they're gonna get fed, which is why they're all here. People brought bread for them and stuff. And these are the ducks too that lined up. They have wild chickens on the island, like that just wander around, which I didn't expect at all, but it made for a great surprise. It brought me a lot of joy. They're just wandering the cities and the streets. Mono is accurate with the chickens just roaming. I just thought they put in a chicken to be kind of quirky and different, but they are real. They have wild chickens. Thank you for the care pack, Ellington. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Let me give ya a shout out. During the moment where her throat was burning, I kept thinking she was gonna turn to you going, Zay, I need CPR specifically from you. I do know CPR, so if she needed it, I could've. But thank God she didn't need it. I was so scared I'd have to tell her parents. Like, I show up and accidentally poison her on stream, and I'd have to tell her parents. Like, that was the first time I met them, too. Ooh. Zooming in and out of stream to say hi and good luck with stream. Yeah, thank you for dropping by, Serenity. I appreciate it. Thank you for the care pack. Wow. Working on a ton of stuff in the background. I'll be lurking. Sorry. Also, duck. Yeah, these are ducks for my trip. Thank you for the care pack and the lurk. Squeeze it, be like, yeah, I need CPR with your tongue. With tongue. I was genuinely so scared though when she said she was allergic. Oh yeah, so this was at the botanical gardens. Lots of fish, lots of ducks, lots of chickens to be seen. It's alright. My friends and exes have almost killed me more than 20 times over the course of 30 years due to my allergy to shellfish. Did they know they were allergic? I didn't know Milady was allergic. And corn syrup isn't on a lot of stuff. Thankfully, she's not like deathly allergic to it, but goddamn. Shellfish is... You have to kind of be on the lookout for shellfish, I think, because it's not as easy to sneak in as corn syrup and coconut, I think. It's times like these that I'm thankful to not have allergies. Me too. The only thing we might have realized is that I'm allergic to grass. Like, sitting on grass made me get like a nice little rash, but it's cool, it's fine. No one is impressed by all those underscores. No one. Welcome to Stream Blossom. I'm impressed by his number of underscores. You're just jealous. You're jealous. Your name doesn't have that many. I'm just kidding. It's either forget or they don't actively think of it, considering the fact I eat a lot. Ah, okay, yeah. Yeah, it adds up. But yeah, I might be allergic to grass. On my skin, at least. So, hey, good reason for not touching grass, right? Rude, rude. I grew these underscores with my own two hands. You did well. You did well. This was our little drive around the island. We went to Dole Plantation and rode they had a little train ride with an audio tour. So it was a good time. Hold on, wait, let me back up one picture because I want to show you guys my favorite plant. Where is it? Wimps. Did I already back it up? No, I don't think I did. Okay. Let me make sure I back this up then. It might be that specific type of grass. Maybe. You know, it's just a good reason to avoid grass, you know? Who needs to touch grass anyway, am I right? Let me see if that... It probably didn't upload. Let me refresh it really quick. Hee hee. Oh, here we go. Alright, guys. Let me introduce you to my favorite plant that they're growing at Dole Plantation. The solar panel. The solar panel. They just had them set up in the back. It was great. It's just a cool plant, you know? So there are times where it just show up a little bit later after they ordered it, and then we find out they ordered something with diced lobster or shrimp in it. Or it might have shrimp paste. Oh, is it like you can't be near it either? Because in that case, yeah. That's that's harder to get past. And are these being grown to replace the or the craven? Huh? I don't know what they're being grown to replace, but they're tasty, very crunchy. Also, they also had a fish pond at Dole Plantation that had fish lining up to get snacks. So, but this place where we went originally at the gardens, they didn't have food. Like, you couldn't buy them any food. But when we went to Dole Plantation, they had a little machine, like a little dispenser that you could pay and get, like, it kind of reminded me of dog food. But I bought a lot, and I threw it at the fish, and it was a great time. Oh, let me see if I can find a video of it, actually. Maybe. Let me just make sure it doesn't show. I don't think it shows either of us, but I won't play the full thing anyways. Solar panels? Yeah, it's my favorite plant. Oh, they're banana species. I don't know if they're quite as good as bananas, you know? But they're certainly unique. It's like a gumball machine, but for fish pellets. Yeah, exactly. Did I do a taste test? No. I should have, you're right, to make sure that we're giving them quality food, right? And then this was the ice cream they had. It was like a pineapple sorbet, really. But we got like sliced pineapple and coconut on top. It was pretty good. But then here's the fish. Oh, you're supposed to feed the fish? Yeah, look. You feed the fish, and then they all just look at them gobbling. Look at them. It was a good time. It was kind of funny. Milady recorded this for me, because she's amazing. Also, welcome in Dozing. How you doing today? The cave-in dish is the one people can buy easily in stores. Is that the gross... Michael used to be the primary banana, but some fungus came around and almost killed them all. Why do you know so much about bananas, Improv? Kinda sus. I'm just kidding. But look at him. I loved feeding the fish. It was a lot of fun. You're asking too many questions. You're right. I'm sorry. My bad. I just thought it was neat, you know? Big Mike is gone? Big Mike? Oh. How did the fungus? Oh no. Is your favorite kind of banana? Okay, let me see. Oops, sorry. You also know about Big Mike, don't ask why. You guys know a lot of interesting things about bananas, it seems. Oh, but these are some horses we saw on our little drive. It didn't occur to me that Hawaii would have horses until we saw them. We didn't see any other farm animals though. We saw cows actually, but nothing else. These are the Haunses. Oh, the ranch on the north side? Yeah, the Hanses. And I told my lady that I went to horse camp, and she was like, huh, I guess she didn't expect me to be the type. I was not a horse girl, okay? We just ended up at a horse camp, okay? It's the primary reason why banana flavoring doesn't taste like today's bananas. I never thought of that, but mostly because I don't have anything that's banana flavored. Is that like your favorite flavor, or? Also, gotta say, the pineapples from Dole Plantation taste just like the pineapples that are, you know, imported to the mainland, so I didn't taste any difference. That shit is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-Anas. Not seeing farm animals, I could literally look up the mountain and see goats sometimes. Yo, you should, if you see goats again, you should send pics. I don't know why. Oh wait, cats. I went to a cat cafe too. But back to horses. Actually, no, not back to horses. They're just horses. Cat cafe. I went to a cat cafe by my lonesome. But I got they had you could buy like treats for them. So I did. It was like they gave you like capsules like you would get from a gacha. And I bought 5 of them because I thought it was 5 little individual treats for but it's fine. I got a bunch of capsules to give them treats out of, so they would all crowd around me. This fucker right here kept smacking me. They like grabbed my arm and would keep trying to knock the treats out of my hand. They give gachapons of treats, indeed. But the rest of them were very sweet, very fun. Let me see. And then I went over and gave these ones treats. They're not adoptable, which I thought was interesting. I mean, they're living good lives, but usually cat cafes have adoptable cats, I think. So you could like play with them, get to know them, and then adopt them if you want, but none of these were adoptable. Dilute calico. Yeah, I think that might be the same one in this picture, but they had a lot of, oh, you mean this one back here? Or like this one. I don't know why nearly every tortoise cat I run into or hear about are so aggressive. I don't know, man. I don't know, but it was smacking me. I think it actually did scratch me, but that's okay. I knew the risks when I walked in there. I played with this orange one a lot because I had a string that they liked chasing. And there's that fucker with the treat snatcher in the background. But I played with this orange one a lot because it liked chasing a string. But then I was playing with this one too. And it also liked playing with the string a little bit. Not in that video, but they love the string. That is a lesson to be learned. As usual, as per normal cat behavior, they do not like playing with actual toys. They like playing with string. And this was a chicken we saw at Zippy's. Because the chickens just wander, bro. They just do whatever chickens do. But this is on our the last meal was Zippy's. I got a crispy Korean chicken, I think, or something like that. It was pretty good. I was scared. It was so good, I was scared that it would be ruined when I got home. Like, good chicken would be ruined. Because I could never go back, you know? But it's okay. Holding back the urge to ask why they crossed the road. I don't know, bro. I don't know what they do in the first place. Like, they're just free to roam. Like, where do they go? What do they do? Why don't more people just, like, catch them and eat them for dinner? I'm sure people do. But, like, if they did it often enough, they would go extinct, right? So they must not. I don't know. I don't know. But that was I think that's the last picture I have. This lone chicken. Yeah. The lone chicken. Hi, Rachel. Bye, Rachel. Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate it. Claire Obscure. Obsessed? Not at all. But that was my trip. And then on the way back, I flew Delta, and they had nicer blankets and more movie selection. And I sat in the aisle, so I didn't, and my butt didn't go numb. It was great. And I picked up my necklace on the way back too, with no issues. It was great. I'll be lurking, but welcome back. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate the lurk and the welcome. Let me put on my overlays again. But also, VTube Studio... Oh, never mind. It's wandered away. I was gonna say, I think VTube Studio updated so that the little watermark fairy thing... Oh, it's not even showing there. It's not showing there. Interesting. So that it was in the middle for some reason and covering my model, and I was like, damn, that's kind of shitty of them to do. But we're chilling. But that's my trip, and it was great. And Milady was exactly how she is online. So it was very reassuring, because I was very nervous that it would be awkward between us, but it was very, she's amazing, genuinely. She made it a great time. She was the best tour guide. Especially since she had to drive. She drove me around everywhere. So she was a real champ. I haven't seen the watermark wander on top of anything. I've tried my best to crop it so you guys don't see it. Hee hee. Did you have the immediate vacation decompression when you immediately leaned back in your airport where you go, oh, I'm back? No, not really, actually. I was very excited to come home, because as much as I love my time with Squeeze, I missed my cat, you know? I missed home a little bit, and I was stressing about all the work I had to do. I was doing tournament work while I was on vacation, too. I even did auditions while I was on vacation. I was like... I did auditions from her setup, and I did auditions from my phone in my hotel. I did end up getting one of the roles I auditioned for, which is great. But I was like, I was stressing. It's hard being away from my setup that long, you know? As I mentioned, I was going through withdrawal. I was like, man, I want to play Valorant. We did play a little bit of like Bread and Fred in her room. Though, you know? I haven't seen it with my own use either. Oh, you mean the watermark? Really? It's like, wait, if I put my model here, and I do it... No, I guess not. Interesting. Interesting. Might be with Sprout, that it's just that it's hidden, but I don't know. I don't know. When I first booted it up earlier today, it was literally right in the middle of my screen, and I was like, no way to avoid this, huh? Well, long time no see, cutie. She's gone. She's gone in the wind. Oh, we dropped a couple of frames. That's fine. It's okay. Stream is still watchable, I think. But I've been going, well, yesterday, I think I slept all day. And today, yesterday for sure, I slept like all day. And Tuesday, I think I also slept a lot. And today, I think we're back to my normal schedule. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm pretty good at adjusting to time, it seems. I think Hawaii time actually suited me quite well. I was sleeping at normal times in Hawaii, you know? I went to bed at like midnight. in their time, which would be like 6 a.m. here. And my normal schedule is kind of whack in my time. But it's normal in Hawaii, just saying. Oh. Let me see if okay. I do have the heart rate monitor here. Because now I want to start knocking out some of those stream milestones that we've got, so. That includes our little Otome game with heart rate monitor. And also the food stream that you guys wanted. Oop, I meant to send that to Yuze. Thanks. I'm honored. Yeah, I've been away, you know? I've been on vacation, and now I am home for more suffering. Okay, this is gonna be cold, but that's okay. If I had my heart rate monitor on, you'd see how fast it's beating because of you. Hello. Ah, it's cold. Okay. Let me try to set this up properly. We're gonna try to play, I got the demo for Date Everything, and I wanna see if there's a bread in it. For no specific reason. Why won't this? Okay, that's on. And then, it's a good thing that I use a VTuber model, and you guys don't have to see me try to put that on. Brilliant, beautiful, cover girl. Let me think. Oh, wait, do I even have it set up on here? Okay, you're set up here. Maybe a browser scene? Here we go. Everything updated when I came home, which is great. Date Everything. I've got the Date Everything demo, so it's not the full game, but I think the full game is out now. Well, we're gonna play the demo. Is a stream super laggy for anyone else? It is dropping a couple of frames, and it's a little unstable. So I apologize. It is like, it will happen again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, it will happen again. Don't open on my other monitor, that'd be whack. I'm gonna put you over here. And then... Sorry, I can't turn it down yet. My bad. This game is fully voice acted, so we just gotta sit back and enjoy the ride.
Date Everything.
Let me adjust the screen, please. No. Oh, it tells you who voices who when you hover over them. Do I recognize any of these? Probably not. No, I do not. But maybe you guys do. Do you recognize any of these names? The modern clothes hanger was considered. Okay, I missed that. Turn that down. Let me turn off my music and change our category. Actually, maybe I'll change it on my phone since it doesn't like me right now. Why'd everything close? Why did you do that to me? Hello? Wait, my entire PC just broke for a sec. Hello? Wimst. Wimst. Oh, this game is breaking it a little bit. Okay.